Alright guys, we're back with a semi-live coverage of the Chinese-Japan relations in 1915. If you missed us last week, we talked about how in 1898, Germany leaves Cao Cao on the Shandong Peninsula from China, soon building a military colony in Qingdao. However, it soon became clear that Japan would move against the port, causing Germany to remove the warships it was holding there. Qingdao eventually surrendered in November 1914, with Japan obtaining Qingdao and portions of the Shandong Peninsula. At the time, China was financially and politically unstable, with a very weak military. It was in no position to resist Japan. Its only hope was to attend the post-war peace talks in Paris in hopes of finding friends to help block the Japanese threat of expansion. However, on January 8, 1915, Japan issued an ultimatum of the 21 demands to China. The 21 demands would greatly expand Japanese control over the Manchurian area and the Chinese economy. Some points included allowing Japanese advisors to work with Chinese government officials on official policies, only allowing China to lease territory to Japan, and 99-year leases on southern Manchuria. China responded with a nationwide boycott of Japanese goods. However, on May 1915, Japan threatened war against China unless they agreed. So China was forced to reluctantly agree to the 13 demands, a modified version of the original 21. This decision was greeted with tremendous public outcry from the Chinese. Anti-government and anti-Japanese sentiment rose across the country. Japan's allies, the United States and Great Britain, were also concerned about Japanese aggression towards China, and at the Paris peace talks, they tried to limit Japan's control over it. Alright, we're going to move to our American affiliate with more perspectives.
Thank you. Now in America, we support self-determination for all. So in this, we cannot support Japan's move to take over the Shandong Peninsula. Now, of course, in this, we do not like that Japan is a strong arm in China, so to speak, and wish to see all Chinese territory back in the hands of China. We see that Japan's military presence is only filling in an imperialistic void which was left by Germany in the Pacific. America does not like what Japan is doing. But at the end of the day, they are an ally of our ally, Great Britain. And as they say, a friend is your friend. This is not a hill America wants to die on, so we can live with Japanese actions. Now we're going to transfer to our British affiliate. The nation of Great Britain is unsettled by Japanese aggression in the Pacific. However, we do have a secret agreement, don't tell anyone, that allows for them to annex territory that was once held by Germany in this area. Japan has been our steadfast ally throughout this entire war and must be treated as such. That is why Britain sees it okay that they take over Shandong. However, their imperial ambition in China is not against ours, and thus can be seen as slightly beneficial to our nation. We will now transfer to our Chinese associate. China is not happy about Japanese occupation of our territory. We believe that China is China, and that Japan has no right to be on our territory. However, we do recognize that we were in no place to not accept these demands that Japan has placed on us. Our military was not strong enough to go against them. Although this blow of taking Shandong is a huge detriment to our society, because it is the birthplace of our culture and our civilization. Losing it is a huge blow to the Chinese nation. We have full confidence, however, that our territory will be restored to us through diplomatic action later, probably at the conference when there's peace. Now we're over commercial. Thank you.
It's free.
Real estate. We're giving you land. We're giving you a house.
It's free.
Real estate. In the Shandong Peninsula, newly annexed by Japan, you'll get on a boat and you'll go there. It's free.
It's free.
It's also real estate. We've been carrying around the keys all day. They're not for us. They're for you.
It's free.
It's free real estate.
So we Japanese, our invasion of Shandong was not so much about the actual land or resources gained, but rather we simply wanted to prove to the rest of Europe that we could be on the same level as them, that we wanted to establish Japan as another European world power. In fact, according to the words of the Japanese statesman Ino Karu, war was divine aid for the development of the destiny of Japan. So this is why we valued our relationships with countries such as Britain more strongly in favor of our relationships with other lesser European powers such as China. And this is why we decided to threaten China into accepting our 21 demands and invade Shandong, because we believe that this would benefit our nation rather than try and build up our relationships with China.